people who are not real familiar with cigars, flavor profiles. So you have a unique way of looking at that. Tell me about it.
So being a chef, what I learned really quickly is, sweet, sour, salt, bitter, umami, and meat flavors. That's just a recent thing. Before that, there was only 4. Every human has those taste buds, and there's really nothing else that you can really taste. And if you look at your tongue, there's certain parts of your tongue that actually hit each of these flavors. So as a chef and as a blender, what I try to do is, and I learned this very young from a chef, if you're going to put ingredients on a plate, you got to be able to taste all the ingredients. And if you use an ingredient that is overpowering or out of balance, you don't know how to cook and you're wasting my raw materials. So in a cigar realm, I try to do that as well. And what we work on with great manufacturers, we try to come up with those 6 taste buds. But here's where it gets crazy. The problem with this is, I have a really great palate and I can taste all those things. You, Bob, and I don't know what your palate is like, but when you're smoking my cigars, so I can tell you have a really great palate because you really like our cigars. But the thing is, not everybody is able to taste all those things. So if you look at, people that don't like anything bitter, like dark chocolate or black coffee, it's not that they're wrong, it's just the way they're built. So, when you raise kids, you try to get them to eat broccoli.
Right.
There's a reason why they don't like it, because their palate's not been developed, and they're not able to discern that the bitterness is not really a good flavor. They're used to sweets, they're used to maybe salty. I mean, those are inherent in what people love. So my job is to make sure I put all 6 flavors, and then hopefully you can taste 4 or 5 or all 6. I've done my job.
Okay.
So in this world of cigars, in the world of spirits, in the world of food, you go have a great meal, you're like, you may say it's a great meal, and I'll be like, yeah, it was okay. Because I wasn't able to taste what the chef put together. So that's the whole thing about tasting things. It's very unique,
Okay.
and it's very subjective. So nobody's either right or wrong. It's just what is preferable to you and what you're genetically built to taste.
I got it.
Which is fascinating. But you can develop your palate, and that's a whole nother conversation.
So, but for you to do that, you're working on various blends of what you're trying to get across with each of the different archetypes, for example, and you work with the best manufacturers.
Absolutely.
So, for example, when I think of this cigar, I'm not going to. Well, I'll just go ahead and say it. I mean, could it be coming from Drew Estates?
The Access Monday?
Yeah.
I cannot confirm or deny, but
And that one, the way it's constructed on the far right.
yes, the Dream State.
Yeah. Dream State.
This is made by the Accidental Factory in the Dominican Republic.
Yeah, well, the other Dominican, no, we're talking Dominican Republic, I can think of Davidoff.
You could be very correct about that. And the Sage Advice is also made by the Accidental Factory.
Okay. So Davidoff, but not Davidoff, right? You're not going to tell me that. I get that. But I can get close.
I think you really have some cigar knowledge that you share with me.
Yeah, well, I've been taught by the best. That's the other thing for everybody to understand is that it's taken me a while to figure this out. He's not only telling a story at Ventura Cigars, but he's picking the best cigar manufacturers to work with him on a special blend to a brand and a branding and a story that probably appeals to the younger cigar smokers versus the folks who are used to the Fuentes and their, or just the old brands that everybody's used to, right? Or that their fathers have smoked. But this is different.
It's different. What's unique for me, in my company, I work with 3 really great guys. Patrick Hurd, who's our Chief Sales Officer, who's a cigar nut. Jason Carrigan, who's our Chief Marketing Officer, who's a cigar nut. And this is one of his concept of architect. Sergio Montalvo, who actually works on these blends with us. So the unique thing about this is I love their palates because I'm very discerning about people that I have on this panel.
Okay.
And the unique thing about this is you don't want to eat food with me. You don't want to go out to dinner with me because if you want to be on my tasting panel. Because I learned very quickly where your taste profiles are and what you like to eat and what you like to drink. And I'm analyzing that. So I'm not a good person to sit and have a meal with. Especially if you want to be on the panel because what I'm looking for is those 6 things, Bob.
Right.
And because when we're working on blends, you want to be able to taste the subtleties of the tobaccos from these great manufacturers that we work with. So that's really important. The ideas, though, of the archetype and the psycho are unique to us because we don't own any factories. We don't own any heritage brands. And I'm talking about the old brands that have been out there. What's unique about this is we built this because of this California cool mentality of we're going to do our own thing. we know we don't have factories. We know we don't have anybody that's Cuban in our organization. So we're just going to do some fun things. And if you dig it, you dig it. So when we worked with the manufacturers on the blends, we were very serious about who we wanted to work with. And they were very willing to work with us as well, which is very unique in the industry.
Well,
So be able
because
to
of your
collaborate-
background and, you know, what
Exactly,
you've done.
and the team of guys that I have in my office, that they're very well respected, and as a group, we're able to go there and like, hey, we want to do projects with you. So
Right.
that's a really unique, different situation. What's unique is though, this is resonating with cigar smokers that are coming into the category because they're really digging the two things. They dig the artwork, and then they're really getting into the story because we cracked the door open and like, you want to learn about Carl Young, you want to learn about the archetype and the hero's journey. We've given you a whole thing to learn the story of what we did. Because great brands tell stories. Great movies tell a story.
Yep.
Great books tell a story. So it's no different than a brand. So when you smoke these cigars, I feel the archetype. I feel the psychoness, the other side of fabric.
Well, it's just, I mean, it is, the branding is just so cool. And it's not just branding. The cigar is very cool. And the Tree of Life on the band. I mean, it's just it's a phenomenally tasting cigar.
you.
I mean,
Thank you.
it hits almost everything you're looking for. I'm very big into coffee and chocolate and I taste all that. Yeah, but along with a brand and a story. And if it's more than just smoking a cigar and the whole experience, I think you're onto something.
Thank you.
And I view it just much like craft distilling and craft brewing. You're onto maybe what I would call craft tobacco, craft cigars. I'm not sure that's correct, but it's different.
I think you are correct. I mean, I like the way that you describe that. You know, it's the passion of, two things that I love and I love to do is packaging and the bones. Because I think that, when you're going to get to Christmas, there's a reason why it's packaged. When you get a box from Tiffany and you have that egg robin blue on the box, you know you're going to get something spectacular. The artwork has to deliver that something inside that box, that cigar, is going to pay homage to the artwork
Got it.
and the story. And we've done both, in my opinion. We've done both. And that you're smoking that cigar and you get that. It's heartwarming to me that you get that.
It's awesome.
And that's what we do.